two. Now to one. It's Gaines. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on being so real, my rhymes convict them here.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, joined by none other than the Hot Take Titan. Well, how you been, Matt?
I've been good. I've
We
been
had-
good, but
Yo.
watching these first 2 weeks of the season,
That's what I had to say. Y'all know we had to have the Hot Take Titan back for a 2-week report because the word around the streets is Bears are going worst to first. What's up, baby girl?
so hi Zenny.
But yeah,
She peeked.
That's-
Yep.
that's the word around the streets. So we had to get a 2-week report after the Bears dropped to 0-2. They dropped to 0-2, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I wanted to talk college football, but you look like you're ready to go and talk about these Bears, so I'm gonna let you have it. 2 weeks in the books, 0-2. What do we have to say, Matt, about the Bears?
We look bad. We look really, really bad. We look worse than we did last season. And we won 3 games last season. And right now we look terrible. And to be honest with you, Justin Fields does not look good. He does not look like he's trending in the right direction. He does not look like an NFL quarterback. He does not look like the savior of the franchise. He does not. The play calling is terrible. The coach, it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's dive into it.
And Matt, when we talked about it, a lot of it rode on Justin Fields being that, you know what I mean? Like when we were talking about the Bears' success this year, a lot of it had to do with Justin Fields being that guy and making that jump. You know what I mean? So what have you? Okay, we'll start with the Green Bay Packers. What went wrong in that game? Because it looked like a lot of good for Green Bay, and what's his name? Love caught y'all off guard because he's a little better than advertised in his first year.
I don't know if Love. I don't know if Love is better than advertised, right? I think everybody in Wisconsin likes to think that Love is a guy. But what happened to him out there in Atlanta last week, right? Didn't look like a guy. I think with us, the biggest problem was what I had talked to you about in preseason is like, hey, the middle of our defense is kind of soft. We're going to give up a lot of yards on the ground. We gave up a lot of yards on the ground, and everybody knows that is a young quarterback's best friend is a running game, right? And so they were able to establish the run, which now we had to start coming up. When we start coming up, it opens up those intermediate passing lanes. Right. And Justin Love was able to like find the open receivers. They ran really good sets, great play calling. Our defense just wasn't there. Right. So we made Justin Love look like, or Jordan Love, we made Jordan Love look like a superstar. Secondly, our offense, we weren't calling good plays. Right. We were not calling good plays. We were constantly putting our offense in third and long. We were behind the chains all day long. We weren't moving the ball, so our defense was on the field a lot longer than they needed to be. And the only way you can help a defense that can't stop the run is keep them off the field.
Absolutely.
You know? So the Green Bay game was bad. It was bad, but I was like, okay, we can – it was just bad. We can tighten it up. We can clean that up.
Matt, and you tell me, after week 1, there was a lot of noise about DJ Moore not being, that's bad.
Targeted.
But was it him not being targeted, or was he not getting open? You tell me.
He wasn't getting targeted.
Okay.
He was not getting targeted. We threw the ball. He got 2 passes for like 22 yards that first game.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't being targeted. As you saw, we changed up the play calling a little bit, or the game plan a little bit. We got him involved very early. He had a great game against Tampa, So, yeah, he wasn't being used. We didn't use him in the first game, right? You had Chase Claypool out there pouting, his lack of effort. Like I don't know. We didn't look like a team that wanted to play week 1. We didn't look like a team that was excited that football was back and we're ready to go and ready to take control of the division. We gave that week 1 away, right?
Absolutely.
Sucks because it was against the Packers, but okay. Week 2. We go into week 2, and I know it was a closer game. It was a more competitive game, you could say. But I'm going to argue week 2 was worse than week 1. And the reason I say that is because with week 1, we had a terrible game plan. We had an absolutely terrible game plan, and we didn't do anything on defense. Week 2, our defense played better. They were more consistent. They were a little strider, a little more, a little more stout. They weren't the Cowboys or nothing, but they were stout. And
we'll get to the boys.
And then
we'll get to the boys.
we'll get to them. We'll get to them. And then we just offensively, what were we calling? You know what I mean? We can talk about the last drive. The last drive alone, we threw 3 screen passes from the same set, the same pass to the same side of the field where you have 2 veteran NFL linebackers, all pro and pro bowlers, the same screen 3 times in a row. And obviously the first one was a penalty. Second one was shut down, or a sack, I believe. And then, the interception on the third one. Hold on just a second. Then I get into something.
You got it.
All right, we back. So, and the third one was a screen that got picked, But let's go back before that. All game long, we didn't really want to. We came out very conservative, fell behind. All right, offense didn't look good first half. We started throwing the ball downfield, stretching the defense out, letting him let it rip. He goes. We were down 2 scores, down 10. He goes 6 for 6, 85-yard touchdown. Right. 85 yards for the score to put us down 3. Defense gets the stop. And then we immediately go on some BS. You know what I mean? We immediately start going on BS. So it's crazy. Now, play calling is not the only issue, because I know we've all seen the plays where Justin Fields just doesn't want to let the ball go. I don't know if he doesn't trust his eyes. I don't know if he doesn't know how to read the defense, but he'll be staring. Say what up. I know you just as mad about the Bears.
I know it's them Bears, right, girl? It's them Bears.
She's trying to get her little shine in.
She's trying to let them know.
Yeah. So receivers are open. The play is there. The coverage and the leverage tells you where to go with the ball. He's not trusting his eyes. He's not making those throws. It's almost as if he's afraid to create turnovers, right? It's afraid to make mistakes. I think he hears the noise. I think he hears everybody complaining about it. And he's just not playing well right now. He's not reading the defense well right now.
Yeah.
Secondly, I think we can do a better job helping him out by moving the pocket. Right now, we got him static on a basic 3 to 5 step drop and wanting him to make decisions, but that's not the type of quarterback he is. That's not the athlete he is.
Yeah.
And he's shown that he's not comfortable in that. And maybe he doesn't want to run as much as he does, right? I don't know. I don't know if it's an agent thing. I don't know if it's an agent thing, a team thing, or what it is. Yeah. But it's obviously they don't want him running the ball that much.
So
okay.
So Matt, let me stop you. Would you say, because it sounds like Fields isn't doing what he's supposed to do, but it also sounds like the coaches aren't doing him any favors. Would you put the 2 losses? Would you put the onus more on because we started off saying Justin Fields hasn't been that dude, or has it been the coaches really have dropped the ball these last 2 games trying to figure out? Because it sounds like the coaches are trying to see what they got with Justin Fields, trying to see if he's that dude, and it's best instead of playing to his favor, and instead of playing to his strength.
You know what we have with Justin Fields. We saw it all last season. He was the one bright spot of our team, not just our offense, of our team. So we know what we have. To me, week 1, I don't think we were prepared, right? I don't think we had a game plan that was proper, and I don't think Justin Fields has matured enough to fit the game plan that we had, right? Week number 2, it was both. There was poor play calling, but also when we had good play calling, or when we were in the right sets and we had the right leverage that we needed, he wasn't letting the ball go. You know what I mean? You've all seen it. We've all seen the play on Twitter and on Reddit where it's the running back runs on a wheel route. They're in a bunch set and they're running a sail concept. So you got your middle receivers running a fly. You got your outside receiver running the corner, and then your inside running back on our set is coming on the wheel, right? As soon as that, and they showed it, right? As soon as that, and so that means the slot corner was giving heavy outside leverage. On the release, he stood on his outside leverage, right? He was giving up anything inside. So the coverage at that point. You have a backside in breaking route that's going to be wide open because the safety has to step out. The other safety has to come down and help on that triple side. So the middle of the field is open. I know that. You know that. Most fans of the game who understand that. We all know that. Justin Fields, it's your job to know that. The replay, the eye in the sky, all 22 shows you look at the in route. You're looking at it.
So does he
And
look
then you
at
drop
it?
your eyes.
Does he look at it?
He's looking at it. He's looking
Doesn't
at
wanna
it, and then
throw
he
it.
drops his eyes because he second guesses. He even pats it. If you go watch the all 22, he looks at it, he pats it, he drops to look for where's the pressure, and he takes a sack.
Man,
You know what I mean?
And that sounds like a second-year player that has a lot of pressure and a lot riding, and he don't want to make no early mistakes. Like so,
yeah.
And he's thrown one pick so far, right? Or how many interceptions has he thrown?
That's the one pick, the one little stupid screen pick, you know?
Gosh. It's tough to see. And
two. He threw one against Green Bay too, I believe.
He won against Green Bay. So it's tough to see. And like you said, they need to just go ahead and play to his strengths. That boy need to just run the ball. But
in my opinion, right? I feel like if they were to move the pocket, right? Move the pocket for now, he's a threat. Now you have to account for him running. He has the ability to run, so he can get out of there. He can use his legs to get out of situation. What it also does is it allows you to cut down half of the field. Yeah. And when you only have to read half of the field, and you design plays, you put the defense in a bad situation because they have to account for him running. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I see you, Matt, and I feel your pain. Hey, fans, this is a fan in pain right now. Halfway through Sunday, Matt hit me up and said, he said, you know what, guys? I think we're going to have to draft Caleb. I'm watching USC. We drafted Caleb Williams.
I was fight on. I was like, hey, I might have to fight on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my gosh. And Matt, so but also, you also told me, Matt, you also still think that the Bears can win the division because, like you said earlier, the Lions have lost. Vikings don't look great, and Green Bay just lost last week too. So it's not.
If you think about it, we're a game back.
What was that?
We're game back. I said, if you think about it, we're a game back.
Game back,
right? And we got 15 more of them things to go, right? Okay, we're going into Kansas City next week. Kansas City don't look good. Everybody's expecting us to get blown out by 40, and if we did, I wouldn't be shocked. However, if we went in there and snuck out a win, I wouldn't be shocked either because Kansas City don't look good right now.
They don't,
right? They're struggling. They have things to figure out. Now they have less things to figure out than us, but I'm just saying, like, if this is the NFL, you got to play them. You know what I mean? You got to show up on Sunday. You got to play. So let's just say we lose. Let's just go with the favorite. We lose to Kansas City, right? I think after that, who do we got? We got Carolina. That's a winnable game. We go into a stretch after Kansas City. We go into a stretch of some winnable games in division games, right? So
which are also winnable games because the division doesn't look. It's only 2 weeks. But
they don't look stout.
I thought the Lions were going to be a little bit better, but the loss to Seattle after Seattle gets blown out by didn't they get blown out by the Rams week 1?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, interesting.
So that's what I'm saying. You got to lace them up every Sunday. Oh, we got the Broncos.
Yeah.
The Broncos are struggling out the gate. They need a win, right? So we have some winnable games. Honestly, I would not be shocked if we were by week 7, week 8. Let's go week 8, right? If we was 2-6 or 4-4, I wouldn't be shocked either way.
It could go either way because, like you said,
it could go either way.
Now, I'm going to make the argument and play devil's advocate. 2 winnable games that y'all dropped early, and that's why we were honestly hyped originally, Matt, because these first 2 games y'all was supposed to come out 2-0. In my mind, I was ready for the.
What I say?
Low.
What was my prediction? If we win 3 of the first 4, we win in the Super Bowl. That ain't happening. That's not happening.
Oh my
God,
that
ain't happening.
But Matt, like you said, there's still hope, and it could be 2-6 or 4-4, and 4-4. You're in the run.
We're in a play. We're in a play to make that 7th spot. All you gotta do is get to the dance. You get to the dance, you have a chance to boogie, right?
What Fields doesn't want is to be out of the race halfway through the season. So I hope it's a 4-4. I hope he bounces back.
But here's the thing. Here's the craziest thing. This front office don't owe Fields nothing. They didn't draft him.
Absolutely.
Right?
Damn.
If we're sitting at 2-6 halfway through, I think that's it. You pull the plug on Fields and you start getting ready for these dogs coming out next year. You got some boys coming out.
Oh, you said pack it up. Start.
If we're 2-6, think
who
about it.
who are we gonna start? Who are we gonna start? Like,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at that
you
point.
think he'll lose his starting job at 2-6?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they give him the whole season, Matt.
If he looks how he does right now, and we go into week 8 or our bye week, which I think is 8, 9, right around there. We go into our bye week 2-6, 2-7. Oh, he's done.
Oh my god,
he's done.
It's so much draft capital on Fields, dude. Like, really?
But it's not this front office. But think about it. You have to look at it like this. It's not this front office.
You're right.
And it's a business. If we have an opportunity to go get one of these boys we think is better, right? You know.
And Caleb Williams looks like one of them dudes. Like, I know it's college.
Shador Sanders looks like one of them dudes.
One of them dudes. Yeah. Shador Sanders.
Drake May looks like one of them dudes.
That's North Carolina, right? Drake May.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good quarterback draft.
Although I want to stay away from North Carolina quarterbacks.
Oh, we know.
Personally.
But honestly, Mitchell Trubisky, I was talking to a buddy about this. I feel like because he got thrown right into the mix as opposed to like how they developed Jordan Love. I feel like Trubisky, if he had a couple more, if they didn't just throw him right in, straight from college, I think he's not bad. He's not a bad quarterback, dude. Trubisky or Fields up to this point as far as what they've done.
Statistically, it's Trubisky by a lot, right?
Yeah.
But when I sit there and say, is Trubisky a good quarterback, he went to 2 different systems and didn't look good. He didn't look good in Buffalo.
Absolutely.
He didn't look good. He got a shot to start in Pittsburgh, and he lost his job to, Kenny Pickett. And look how Kenny Pickett is playing right now.
Oh my gosh, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. Because I thought Pickett, because of preseason, I thought he was about to come in here and light it up.
Everybody thought that.
They won last night because Chubb went down. But it's like,
I was going to say they won because of an unfortunate injury to Chubb. Now, let's touch on that. Do you think that's a career-ending one?
Dog, I didn't watch it live, so you would have to tell me. Like, I haven't even seen the injury. What was it, a knee?
You remember when it was Marshawn Lattimore from South Carolina when he tore up his knee? It was like that. Like his knee went forward and to the side. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a non-contact, or was it a hit?
No. He got hit in the knees. He got hit in the knees in the pile, and it was bad. It was bad.
That sucks.
It was bad.
So that's human weight. That's grown man weight on that knee, man.
And it went forward, like the knee went all the way back to the back where it's not supposed to go, and then twisted.
Oh my gosh!
It was bad.
Yeah, I just saw everyone. It went crazy on threads. Everyone saying, "Oh, season-ending injury. He's out for the season." Right after
100.
I'm like, "Oh no, damn."
Yeah, he probably tore every single ligament in his knee, probably. And that's the reason why I'm like, I know science has advanced a lot, but like that was pretty bad. If he is able to come back, I don't know if he comes back the same way. Willis McGahee. Remember how McGahee's knee did a thing? It was like that.
Oh my God, yeah.
McGahee came back though.
He came back. And McGahee played a physical position too. So nothing's impossible. But you hate to see a running back have a knee injury like that, dude. You hate to see that.
You hate to see the best running back in the league at a time where running backs are being devalued, get an injury like that. Because all that does is justify them not getting paid.
The GM's like, he was up for, I don't know if they paid him already, but he might get
paid 2 years ago.
He got paid. Okay. He got paid already. But the GM's like, But anyways.
But Saquon gets hurt too.
I saw that in the same week. Prayers.
I think he'll be back though.
I think Saquon was an ankle sprain, so he probably won't play this coming up week. But Saquon will be back. We pray for Chubb, dude. Prayers for Chubbs and the other running backs trying to work for their contract, man. We're gonna move on to Dallas Cowboys and their start. So the Bears started 0-2. Not to rub salt in the wound, Matt. Not to rub salt in the wound. But the Cowboys have started off hot, but I expected this. And the Cowboys usually do come out pretty hot. They come in hot. You know what I mean? And with the defense that we have and Micah Parsons gonna be the defensive player of the year. I mean, if you've watched any of the last 2 games, I would say
Michael Parsons is that guy. He is that guy.
And he is for sure the best player on our team. Like a lot of people like to say Zach Martin, or you know what I mean.
He's for sure. He's not just the team, but one of the best players in the league, bro.
League, dude, for sure. Watching 2 games of Michael Parsons, it makes me feel like Dak don't got to do much. Remember when I told you, bro, we're gonna reel it in and let Dak be a manager? I think that might be what Mike McCarthy's thinking, dog.
You know who I like a lot?
Tell me.
Deuce Vaughn.
Hey, he got in. See, week 1, he got in garbage time because it was 40-0.
Yeah.
He got in for the last series. This week, they put him in early, and you could see
he was effective.
He's dynamic. He's dynamic.
Yeah.
Now, on plays where, if the defender, honestly, he's not going to be someone that's breaking tackles. But if you can get it to him in space, and he can get his head around to make moves, and he's got vision, and he's elusive. And he's elusive.
I think where he's a liability is still in pass blocking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's where pass blocking. So he's going to be a third down gadget back, but I think he's effective as a third down gadget back.
And he's going to get loose. Deuce is going to get loose this season. The Cowboys, like I would talk about the offense, but it's really the defense that is monstrous. Getting Gilmore was a big deal for us because it forces it. He's not the old Gilmore from the Patriots, but it forces the offense to stay honest. They can't just go at our other cornerback. They got to throw at Diggs. They got to throw. They just got to play a game plan. They're not going to target like last year. They targeted Anthony Brown, who was our other cornerback.
I feel like your guys' success right now is all predicated on the defensive line. Your defensive front is playing amazing. Led by Michael Parsons. Yes. But I do think Dallas has a weakness defensively.
Let me know.
And I think their linebackers are not as great in coverage, right? I think right now because Michael Parsons, 5 sacks already?
He has 4 sacks. He has a bunch of hurries and a bunch of QB hits.
Because I think Michael Parsons right now is playing at a level that is kind of like helping those linebackers in coverage, right?
Absolutely.
But the minute teams start figuring out blocking schemes and it gets late in the year and they're chipping them a little more, slowing them down more.
Yeah.
Or you start playing these better.
If you don't remember last year, he faded down because he's linebacker build. So he can only get chipped so many times.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
And hit so many times. So we'll see if it continues, but I just hope that there's enough on the D-line, like you said, like DeMarcus Lawrence. I hope we have enough guys supporting cast to where they can't always double team him because right now across the board, our D-line, number 97, Odighizuwa, defense tackles, he's a beast too.
You've also played against middle of the pack offensive lines these first 2 weeks. Honestly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, bad. Not last week was a bad offense. Like the Jets this past week, they were bad. They weren't good. Their defense is supposed to be good. The Giants, a couple things went our way, and they got behind. If teams get back behind and they got to pass and become one-dimensional, we about to tear it up. That's what happens. But I'm waiting to see. We play the 49ers, I want to say, in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks, excuse me.
That's your first test.
And I think before that, it's Cardinals this coming up week, and then we play the Patriots. I mean, Bill Belichick might do something, but as far as like, I want to see what happens when it's a close game, second half.
Yeah.
Can we really stop the run? Because we haven't really been tested as far as the run. That's still a question.
I don't think the Patriots, are a competitive team. I don't know if they're ready for your guys' defense, right? I don't think that offense is ready for that defense, right? Yeah. But the 49ers, they present some problems because I think their offense is explosive enough. They have a lot of weapons. They have a lot of things that they can do. They have an offensive line that, they have somebody that can go one-on-one with Michael Parsons.
They got dogs on the O-line just like our dogs on the D-line. Like, we've seen it the past 2 years in the playoffs. They've knocked us out, bro. Like, they've had our number in our head. We as a team, I'm circling that game. We got to go into San Fran and beat the 49ers.
And win San Fran. That's going to tell me.
We will see them again in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
That's going to tell me if Dallas is for real or if they're just, they lucky schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got to think, even though I'm over
Matt, so you're not ready to say that we're a good team yet. We're good.
No. You're definitely a good team. You're definitely a really good team. But I'm saying right now, Jerry over here talking about y'all, this team's better than 93. right?
Jerry. Let's go, Jerry.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, hold on, let's see first, right? You guys are definitely a good team, but when we start talking, about Jerry says they better than 93. People are comparing them to 85 Bears, 2001 Ravens. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I gotta see some things first before we start calling those.
Yeah, I like you said, it's a tall order, but if we have to beat the 49ers in their house, because if we don't, the narrative's gonna creep back from last year and the year before. Oh, they're a good team, but they ain't beating a good team, and that's what. Right. No one's really got that out of their head yet. We always look good for the past, honestly, since Mike McCarthy has came and like inside the year from Dak got his injury and didn't play, and we had Andy Dalton. We've looked like a good team until the playoffs. So
right,
for a win against 49ers in San Fran, that'll prove the naysayers. You know what I mean? That we're on our way.
I think you guys got to win against the 49ers, and you got to beat the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because you play the Eagles a couple weeks after. Those two games are going to let us know, like, are they good? Are they for real right now? Or that doesn't mean, but again, we are only 2 weeks into the season. Teams are still gelling. They're still figuring themselves out. They're still learning their offenses.
Absolutely.
You know?
And honestly, those two teams could be, along with us, I feel like, but I'm a Cowboys fan, so it means nothing coming from the Eagles and the 49ers may be the two best teams in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like right now, like 49.
Hey, let's not sleep on the Rams because look, the Rams took them down to, there was a competitive game. It was a competitive game.
But the Rams are looking good now too. I mean, I don't know what's going on. They're looking like they found the new Cooper Kupp in the
Puka.
Puka, yeah. Like who's this guy getting over 11 targets? He got 20 targets last week, bro. 20 targets.
Yeah,
that's Cooper Kupp.
He's good.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to watch this guy play. I mean, I've been seeing it on fantasy.
But Kupp is out though. Think about it.
That's what I'm saying. So they found that,
But I'm saying like that production. I don't expect that production to continue when Kupp is back.
Definitely not. It's just funny watching McVay when he has a guy that he knows can
he's
catch.
Gonna use him.
He's going to that guy like the tailback. You know what I'm saying? 20 catches for the rookie.
What are your thoughts? Of the Ravens offense right now? What Odell and
it's really Flowers, the rookie, dude. He's came to play. Odell is gonna be Odell, but I think what's catching a lot of teams off guard is the rookie Zay Flowers.
This Zay Flowers is having a great 2 games. What I like is that even though the offense isn't as fireworks, it's not giving the fireworks that they said. Don't look like a Lamborghini or whatever the quote was.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we're seeing Lamar throw the ball. Mm-hmm. I want to see Justin Fields do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yep. Hey, but it's year 2. Think of where Lamar is in his development. You know what I mean? Like Lamar's been to the playoffs and got knocked out of the playoffs because he couldn't throw between the number, like throw outside the numbers.
Outside the numbers.
He's done a lot. He's been through a lot, and Fields has all this on his plate right now. That's why I think they need to give him the whole season, bro. Like, don't pull the plug on Fields. Like,
you
need to play to his strength.
Like, I understand.
Get him the confidence. Get him the confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, as I told you, the NFL is a business, and if like ain't nobody, I mean, our Virginia might, but anybody else ain't gonna let you go win 3-4 games 2 years in a row and keep your job. It's just not. You know what I mean? No winning program.
And like you said, front office that has nothing to do with Fields. Like they didn't draft him. So I hear you on that. I totally hear you on that, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. Our draft picks, Stevenson, I like Stevenson, but like our draft strategy was whack. Especially when I see the dude Jalen Carter, who we passed on twice, just eating for 2 weeks in a row.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm watching my right tackle. I'm watching my right tackle that we got get blown by every single play on his ass more than he is in pass protection. Like I'm.
Wait, so y'all didn't have a first round draft pick, correct? Right? This year, did you?
Yeah, we did.
You did.
Yeah, we did.
So that was
Darnell Wright.
Oh yes,
Darnell Wright.
I wanted him. So he's no good from Tennessee. He's from Tennessee.
Bruh, go. Yeah.
He's no good. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Well, not for you, but I'm happy that we didn't pick him because our D tackle that we drafted, he ain't much either. But he looks like he's adjusting to the NFL strength.
But see, here's the thing with Wright that I can't give him some grace, right? Is if you don't got no support next to you and you're constantly out on an island as a rookie,
Yeah.
and Green Bay's defensive line is very good. The Buccaneers' defensive line is very good,
Very
right? So I do have to give him that.
Yeah.
So,
That's interesting. I wanted to see how he did because we could have drafted him. We could have drafted. I think, or we wanted to, or maybe y'all took him off the board before.
I think we took him before you guys got there.
Yeah, that's what it was. I knew it was something. I was like, dang it, because I was trying to get someone to replace Tyron Smith, but he looks okay.
Yeah.
Okay so far this year. But anyways, Matt, before we get out of here, I gotta ask you. You said next week's opponent is who?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Okay. And you guys are going into Kansas, right?
Yep. We going to
I think you've went into depth on what you don't like, but what do the Bears have to do to come away with a win away in Kansas City?
All right. Keys to victory, I think. 1, establish a strong running game. Commit to the run, right? Let that be your identity. It was our identity last year when we had success, right? It needs to be our identity this year. I think having a strong run game is only going to help with play action, moving the pocket, get Justin Fields outside a little bit to make some easy throws to build up his confidence. Right now, they're trying to throw swing screens to build up his get easy completions through screens and build up his confidence. That's not working, right? Yeah. So let's get him out on the boundary, dink and dunk to our good tight ends, our running backs. You got DJ Moore out there who you can get it to him. He can create some things. So number 1 is we have to establish the run, right? Second, we got to move the pocket. Next, we have to be effective in our interior run defense.
Okay.
Right? We have to be effective in our interior run defense because you know what Kansas City's going to try and do. They're going to try and run a lot of stretch plays. Yeah. We know that, right? We can stop that. We're okay stopping that. It's when people run right between the guards.
Man, you sound like the Cowboys. Sound like the Cowboys.
We look a little suspect. Not a little, a lot of suspect.
A lot of suspect. But and you're honestly something that's on your side. Kansas City don't like to do that. They don't really run right between the tackles, really. Like you said, they're doing a lot of passes for 5 yards.
But they're going to run through the tackle.
After watching tape. You said after watching.
Yeah. Like Andy Reid's not stupid.
He said, no, they don't like doing it, but against us, they're going to run between.
They're gonna do it. Like, watch, I called it. Remember, run it back on Sunday when you're watching the game, and whoop, like I said it. They're going to run between the tackles against us.
All right. So, keys to victory 1 is establish the running game early. Hand it off to
early, often, all day long. Khalil Herbert,
yeah,
and Dante Foreman, right?
Okay. And who's been the best? Who's the lead back right now? Who's the lead back out of those two?
Khalil Herbert.
Okay, got it.
Man, we could run that ball 40 times, and I'll be okay with that as long as we're moving the ball, right?
And like you said, it'll be the running back's best friend if y'all establish
the quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean the quarterback's best friend. Excuse me, if y'all establish the run early. And second,
we keep Mahomes off the field.
So y'all got to run. Y'all got to dominate the trenches. Basically, y'all got to establish the run and stop the run. That's it for you guys. I want to give you the Cowboys' keys to victory against the Cardinals. Really
show up. Get off the bus on time.
Exactly. Okay. But we don't fare well against the Cardinals. I want to say the last 6 times we've been to their field in the past 10 years. I don't know how many times we played them, but I saw the stat. We've lost 4 times. We're 2-4. You know what I mean? We're 2-4 against.
This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna call y'all's game.
Tell me.
The Cardinals are gonna score first. Right? The Cardinals are gonna score first.
Hot take.
The Cardinals will score first. The Cardinals will have the lead at the end of the first quarter. And everybody, Twitter, Thread is gonna be like, the Cowboys suck. The Cowboys suck. And then when you when you like go through your thing and you refresh your fantasy and go look at final scores, it's gonna be like 40-10.
Oh my God.
Cowboys.
And we need that. I think we need a little bit of something. We need some diversity, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's been 10 points in the past 2 games, and it was literally because our safety blew his angle, and Garrett went for 70 yards.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had a touchdown scored on us in the past 2 games. So I want to see us to get tested a little bit. I want to be behind. I'm gonna
call it 31-10. That's what score I'm calling it. 31-10 Cowboys. Okay.
So
but Cardinals score first and hold the lead for most of the third. It'll probably go in like into the first 10-7.
10-7.
Right? Cowboys get up at the end, they last drive in the end of the first, right? That's what's gonna happen, and it's gonna run away from there.
I hear that. I want to see the Cowboys basically. I want to see Micah continue to be Micah. The quarterback that they have in right now, he's really
Josh Dobbs.
He's run happy. So we got it. Linebackers, like you said, linebackers have to have a good game because the second level is going to be tested when we're playing man across. Hopefully we run a zone or something because Dobbs looks like he's ready for the man coverage. He looks like he can't wait to see man coverage. So let's stay in a zone. Linebackers, know your responsibilities. And then Dak Prescott, I like what Mike McCarthy's been doing. Let's find everybody needs a touch. Everybody get a touch. Keep the defense honest. I don't need the chunk plays. CeeDee Lamb played amazing, but they're not going to do that again. They're going to try to take CeeDee Lamb out. They're going to try to take.
I just wish Justin Fields would play like Dak Prescott.
The thing is, the coach.
Why can't Justin Fields play like early Dak Prescott? Throw 3 yards to your tight ends, chunk play, like not chunk play, but like check down, good running game. Don't turn the ball over.
Bro,
just do that.
I think preseason, because he did well in preseason, I think coach is trying to see what he got when they trying to draw it up. They want to see him throw touchdowns. That's what I'm thinking. From what you're saying, and you're saying he's sitting in the pocket and trying to make decisions.
My man, no,
get him on the perimeter.
He's not making decisions. That's the problem. He's not making decisions. I would be cool if he was just making bad. I mean, I guess he is making bad decisions. I'd be cool if he was throwing the ball downfield into coverage.
At least letting it go. Yeah, I hear you. That's scary.
You know what I mean?
The quarterback second guess, patting the ball, like you said, patting the ball. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to
throw, ready to fire. It's just like,
okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna get out of here. We are gonna get out of here because Matt is about to cry on the broadcast. Matt, anything you got to say to the fans before we leave? Thank you again for your insight on the Bears. I appreciate it. You know I do. I didn't watch the game, so I needed your breakdown. What you got to say to the fans, though?
All I got to say is it's only week 2, guys.
Absolutely.
Right? I could be hard on my team because I'm my team. I'm going to rep them no matter what. But don't get it twisted. I still think we have an opportunity to go like 9-8, sneak in, right? Sneak into the dance. And you know what I always say? If you get to the dance, you got a chance to boogie. That's all I got to say, right? So if we get in.
All right.
If we get in, y'all be scared. We play.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt said it.
We'll knock y'all out early.
Matt, oh my God. Matt, you always try to sneak a hot take in at the end. Matt said it. If you make it to the dance, you got a chance to boogie. I love it. I wish the Bears well. Not against us, but I wish the Bears well. All right, y'all.
Don't we see y'all in like week 14 or something like that?
I think we see you late. I think we do see you late.
Yeah. You'll see us when we clicking.
No, we'll see you when Fields is on the bench. Hey, y'all, until next time on the Faithful Fan Show. Da, 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 da.
Rookie in the paint, going hard with the veterans. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Rookie in the paint, going hard with the veterans. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm obvious and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lines a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know believe when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws, Vahito. Circle loose, stroke magic. Rhymes over all y'all like dirt for 2.